Greetings, this is Seb from Magnetic Audio and welcome to another episode of Albumsound reviews. Yeah, I just listened to another album and I want to tell you my thoughts about it, especially about the sound. Yeah, I listened to Aara, that's the band's name, and they will release their first album of a Triad. And it's called Triad Part 1 EOS. They are from Switzerland, I guess. And they're making some post-black metal. Yeah. And what I thought about it, you will hear in Albumsound. Okay, I'll start with the drums. And there is something special about the drums because they are not programmed. This is real drums. You can hear this especially with the snare sound. The snare sounds pretty natural. Yeah, so you can definitely say this is real drums, a real drum kit. And if you look at their Facebook page, it will confirm you they played some real drums because there's a little video. So yeah, the snare is, like, as I said, a natural sounding snare, which I like very much. It could be a bit more present, so maybe a bit more pushed in the upper mids, but this is like critics on a high level. I like the sound very much. Yeah, the bass drum sounds a bit less natural, but it sounds very big and huge and with very much low end. And it also cuts through the mix due to the upper mid frequencies. Yeah, I also like this one. The cymbals, yeah, I like the cymbals, especially the sounds on each side of the panorama from the sound. So you hear them on the left and on the right side, which makes it very wide. They could have been treated a bit more in the very high frequencies, I guess, around 6,000 and 8,000 hertz. There's something going on which I don't like and which have been pulled out, which could have been pulled out. So you could hear it a bit comfortable. More, yeah, the hearing could be a bit more comfortable. But all in all, the drum sound sounds to me very natural and I like it very much. At some parts, especially the blast beat parts, the drum sounds almost like a machine. This is something I really like and I really appreciate in the drum performance. Yeah, but later something to that. The drums are also supported by several hits which appear now and there between some transitions or in between of some songs, which makes it like an intense experience when there comes some hit onto. So it's like orchestral hits or explosions or something like that. This is something I really like and which supports the songwriting very much. Okay, guitars now. Guitars are very voluminous. They are very big, very huge. You almost can't hear some transients. It's more like a big, which word should I choose? It's like a big space. It creates very much hugeness. And especially when the guitar player is playing some chords with one strum and the bass player supports that, it's a very fat and voluminous, as I said, thing going on down there with the guitars. Yes, the solo guitars, so the melodies are a bit different. They are just doing all the movement in this album, which I like very much. That makes it very symphonical, which makes it very easy to listen, or makes it more fun to listen, because you follow all these nice melody lines. And so it makes it very enjoyable to listen to all those little symphonies, which the album is incomplete. You could almost call it a symphony, I guess. Yes. That's to the guitars, and now we come to the bass. The bass is sick. You can't hear him playing really much, but so you hear every strum or every hit on the bass, but you hear the bass pumping, and especially between, I guess, 50 and 300 hertz, the bass is really, really pumping this whole mix up. Also, especially on those one strum parts, everything gets fat and wide and voluminous, and the bass is a huge part of this, which makes this very enjoyable. I like it very much. Okay, the vocals are not too, you can't hear very much vocals very often, but they are mixed in very well, and I like it also. I also like it. I'm a big fan of instrumental music, so I also I wouldn't mind if there weren't any vocals, so I more listen to the instrumental things going on. Here and there are also some things which supports the voluminous feeling of the whole album, and I like that very much too. There's one point I would do a bit different, I guess, about the whole mix. It's slightly too heavy compressed, in my opinion. Especially the cymbals suffer on this. The cymbals I told you before are around 66,000 hertz, and 8,000 hertz are a bit noisy, and this heavy compression on the whole mix makes this even worse, I guess. Clearly the heavy compression supports the voluminous feeling on the whole record, but it also makes it less dynamic, which I miss a little bit on this record, because I guess you could have a lot of fun with more dynamics on this record, because there's so much going on, so much different volumes and stuff, and through this heavy compression it's a bit this gets a bit lost. But you have this heavy voluminous feeling to it, and that's also a great thing. And I guess it's just a matter of taste. So they decided on more compression, which I can completely understand, and which doesn't make the record bad or something like that. Okay, that's about the album sound. Next we're up to songwriting and performance. Yeah, the performance is outstanding, especially the drum performance. The drums are fucking tight and very precise, especially when you think about there are so many blast beats. I guess a usual drummer would get pretty exhausted pretty fast. So yeah, a really, really good drum performance in my opinion. But also the guitars, especially the melodies and solos, are pretty cool. And also the vocals are pretty cool performed. I guess, yeah, if you imagine this is a 2-person project, there's one multi-instrumentalist and one vocalist. So yeah, this is 2 pretty awesome musicians, which made an awesome record. So yeah, I highly appreciate their work. Yeah, and also the songwriting is very yeah, they did a lot of, they put a lot of work in the songwriting, and many thoughts, and it became, as I said before, a symphonic feeling to it. In my opinion, it's like one story through the complete record. And if you think about it, it's a triad, the first part of it, so there are 2 more up in this style. So yeah, give me that. I really will enjoy listening to all 3 records in a row. So I really look forward to the other 2 albums. For now, this album is, yeah, I will hear over and over again, I guess. And yeah, I guess that's about it, the songwriting. If you can grab one of their vinyls or CDs or any other merchandise, it will be released on March 26th, I guess, which maybe already passed when I release this video. I don't know. We will see about that. But yeah, get over to their Bandcamp page or whatever, to their label, and order something of them. I guess they will be very happy about that. And yeah, again, it's a great album, so you won't regret it. Okay, that's it for this episode. I hope you had fun. Please comment, subscribe, do all the magical YouTube stuff, you know. And we will see us on the next episode of Albumsound.